How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another video, and today we have some more stream gameplay of the one and only Monkey Wizard. But before that, I do want to talk about a couple of things. So for one, I did see a lot of you guys that left feedback on the last video. I know we still got a long way to go, but again, it's going to take a while, and I know not everybody, or rather, people do have mixed opinions of what they prefer as commentary and what they prefer not to see. So for example, I see a couple of people ask that perhaps I should talk about random things, just like I did in the previous videos. So I'll admit in the last video, I may have been a little bit too focused on gameplay. So how about this time we'll focus a little bit less on that, maybe bring up some random things I have in mind. In fact, I actually do have one thing to talk about. I probably would have talked about it regardless of the feedback I got, because it does kind of concern my channel a little bit. So yeah, let's do that first, and then we will talk about the games after. How does that sound? So yeah, at the time of this commentary, in my previous stream just a couple days ago, I realized that something was really funky about the viewer count. And when I mean funky, I mean really bad. Wasn't sure if it was because of YouTube notifications not sending out, because I know that was an issue in the past before, or whether it was just, nobody wanting to watch the stream. But I couldn't find the answer to that during the stream, so I was kind of a little bit bummed out about that. I doubt very many of you watching right now were there to see me talk about that on stream, but let me just talk about that now. So after the stream, I checked my video tab, and I realized that somehow my stream was flagged as not suitable for advertisers. Now, this is the first time it's actually happened to me on a stream, and I'm 99% sure that was the reason why either notifications weren't sending out to everybody, or it wasn't being suggested anywhere. But yeah, that kind of sucks when there's nothing you could do about it, and it was all on YouTube's fault. I mean, clearly there was nothing not suitable for advertisers on my stream. Unless, of course, somebody goes for the killing blow with Camo Rigo Reds on round 12 or something. That's murder. You can't have that on stream. Dead meme, by the way. Anyways, jokes aside, normally I thought not suitable for advertisers tag would mean that basically the stream or video wouldn't be monetized, or at least very little monetization. But I guess that also means YouTube won't suggest your video, and that would mean very few people end up either watching the video or watching the stream, which really sucks. I mean, if it happened that time, I'm sure it'll happen again in the future, so I guess I just have to make sure that my stream doesn't get flagged whenever I start streaming. So if that happens again, I'll probably just restart the stream and all that. I don't know if that's going to fix the problem. I should also mention it did happen before in a couple of my videos, as in they did get flagged for not suitable for advertisers for whatever reason, even though we've been really careful with our foul language, if you guys noticed. But I didn't really talk about that in any of my videos because it wasn't really that big of an issue, because the flag only occurred the moment I uploaded those videos. It happened maybe twice or 3 times, but they did get resolved pretty quickly. I mean, I didn't even touch the videos at all, but they just got removed of the flag a couple hours later. So when I upload the videos, it was already back to normal. But that's a different case for streams because, it's live. So that instantly affects all the people that can view your stream, basically. So yeah, that's basically all I have to say regarding that. Nothing you guys can do about it. That's just something between YouTube and I, but I feel like I should share that anyways, just so some of you know what's going on. Alright, I guess now's the appropriate time to jump back to the game because things are about to get feisty. As you see, right now I've greeted really hard with that monkey bank, selling everything, all my farms for a monkey bank. So Maiden China over there is going to go for the right play and sells Mom Tower to go for a Rigo Rainbow Rush that will force out my boost. So good on him, because now it's round 18 and I don't have any money or boost to defend a possible mob, which he is going to send out because that's pretty obvious. So what am I going to do to defend? Well, one option would be selling my bank, but I don't want to do that because that would really kill my chances of winning. So instead I'm going to do this risky play and go for a Tornado Wizard. which actually does end up working, as you can see by the fact that the Tornado Wizard did blow back all the ceramics pretty much immediately after the Moab popped. So some of you may be thinking I got a little lucky there because the Tornado Wizard does shoot out the tornadoes pretty slow. So if it didn't shoot out the tornado at that exact time, the ceramics would have went through and I would have died. But I can tell you, in fact, that was 100% in timing. So there is a little bit of a trick you could use with the Monkey Wizard. And I'll tell you that right after the end of this game, because Made in China over here does look like he's starting to get overwhelmed by these regrow leads. He should have gotten that 4-0 cannon much earlier, because having those 2-3-0 cannons just causes it to regrow. You know, Yin Yang is one of those maps where it's really easy to die to regrow rushes. So good game there, but yeah, back to what I was saying earlier about the Wizard and the Tornado upgrade. So here's a little tip that maybe not all of you may know about the Wizard. You know, the Wizard is no longer the laughingstock of the Bloons community. It is actually useful in battles now, no longer a tower that only noobs use. It's still not the best tower in the world, but it's pretty solid mid-game. It just starts falling off late game, even despite the buff to the fire upgrade. But after the buffs, most people still go for all the right side upgrades, and the Tornado upgrades do go mostly untouched. But the Tornado Wizard does have some niche uses, such as in round 18 of that last game. So yeah, so let me slow down and explain what exactly happened in that last game that allowed me to get up the Tornado Wizard and shoot out the tornado at the right time to send those balloons back. So the key is not to upgrade your Tornado Wizard until the Moab is actually popped. At that point, you should upgrade the tornado immediately, because every time you upgrade the Tornado Wizard, it always shoots out its first tornado an exact amount of time after you upgrade it. And that time coincides with right after the Moab pops. And that's basically what allowed me to send all the balloons back. That's basically it regarding the interaction. It sounds really easy when you explain it, but in an actual game, you may choke under the pressure, which you may or may not see in this game. You see him going Farm Wizard Chipper, which is a pretty decent strategy, but it has a lot of glaring weaknesses. But the Chipper is pretty useful in this situation because it does bail out the Wizard in the cases where you do mess up your tornado timing, because one single 2-0 Chipper can basically take care of all the insides of the Moab. So all you need is the Moab popping power, and the Chipper will deal with the rest. But of course, you still need some defense past the Chipper, because you know it won't kill the 4 ceramics completely. It'll still let go of some of the insides. I'm sure some of you at some point who have used a Chipper may have died because you thought the Chipper sucked up everything, only to churn out a bunch of other balloons that just run by the rest of your defense. I can't say that's happened to me before, but I have seen games where it has happened to my opponent and I won because of that. So yeah, right now we are on round 9, and we're a little bit behind on farms, but that's kind of the case when you go Wizard Chipper. It's not a really farm heavy strategy, or it's not really a strategy you can super greed with, or maybe it is and I'm just really bad at the game, but Door Farm's pretty solid in that regard. So I'm kind of thinking it's the former. But yeah, Stupid Strats here is also using his 4th tower in the glue gunner, so maybe I should probably use my mortar as well, just to help out with maybe camo balloons or anything like that. I mean, there's basically an unwritten rule in this game that if your opponent uses 4th tower, it's also fair game, so you could use your 4th tower as well. That's just kind of how it rolls. Pretty much 0 chance that Stupid Strats over there is going for his glue gunner as his 3rd tower, unless of course he's using a stupid strat, in which case I guess he just lives by his name. Just in my name's case, where, you know, I'm not using my account, but don't tell Ninja Kiwi that. Anyways, looks like again we are the first to get up our BIA, so I guess we did kind of pull away in the farms past round 13 there. But that was kind of a risky move on my part, because see, I only have 400 eco with no other farms to boot aside from this one farm I'm placing right now. But that doesn't leave me with a lot of money to defend. I mean, right now it'd probably be a good idea for Stupid Strats to send a big fat regrow lead rush at me right now, just to punish me, but it looks like he's a little bit late on that, sending it out on round 17 instead, which is still going to force me to boost. So yeah, looks like we're pretty much in the same situation as in the last game, where we use our boost right at his round 18 hit, so we're pretty vulnerable to a Moab Rush, which he is going to send out right now. So all I have to do is not choke and do what I did in the last game where I get a Tornado Wizard at a perfect time. But yeah, as you can see, I kind of folded under the pressure there. I even got 2 Tornado Wizards up, and that wasn't enough. Neither of them sent out that Tornado at the right time, and those surrounds are just going to run by my defense, and that will be game. You know, I also had the 2-0 Chipper at my disposal, so, you know, I probably should have done that instead of investing all that money into Tornado Wizards. But yeah, it looks like we still have a little bit of learning to do, and maybe you guys learned something from this as well. So that's going to do it for me again. Hopefully you enjoyed. Again, feel free to leave feedback if you'd like. Still working to improve and all that. But yeah, do the usual, like, comment, sub, and I'll see you on the next one.